Yes, indeed. We're going to be on Dust 2 now for Vitality and second map here in the 2-0 group. And X7 is really just not afraid of anything, is he? Charging top mid with a P2000 and running into a lot of T players. NBK amongst others with a Glock to take down 2 Alex with the third one. Listen, I admire the balls most. I think this is great. I like to see that kind of play.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a certain level of excitement. You can see Alexi V just looking over at his teammates laughing and cracking up a little bit. This is an interesting map. This is a map that ENCE had like a love-hate relationship at the last major. Like, they looked very sketchy in it during the group stages, and they kept saying it was better than what they'd shown, and they eventually did show they were pretty decent on it, but this map has been a tough one for them to really get into their pool.
I think that there's a reason why, you know, even sort of the really top sort of legendary eras we've had, most people don't tend to choose Dust 2 as their main sort of, you know, stomping ground.
Yeah, Duncan loves to wax lyrically about that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It's like it's not too much of a great thing to have Dust 2 be your best map if you're one of the top teams. Obviously, Vitality going to be very good on it. Helps that you are powered by such a strong AWP presence of ZywOo.
Does make a difference. But they ran into a firing squad there. Alexi shaking his head slightly at the camera, saying, I don't know what these guys are doing, you know.
Well, you know, he's like, listen, guys, we probably shouldn't rush mid on CT boost round. Like, that's not a good idea. Like, we're probably all going to get wrecked. Like, it doesn't work these days. It was a cool thing back in the Pub Masters, and they're just like, listen, you're not the in-game leader anymore.
We're going to, so like, reverse psychology.
We're doing it anyways.
Children, like, we're doing it. He's out of the team soon. We're just going to do it.
Don't have to listen to he's not our dad.
So we're in the middle there with the scout. A lot of people around middle, older people around middle on the CT side. But Vitality should have no problem really, you know, winning this round unless they come middle. But it looks like they're going to be slowly making their way out long. I quite like Dust 2. I don't know why people hated it for a while. I still think it's a pretty cool map.
I do too. I really enjoyed Dust 2. Even the producers love Dust 2.
Yeah,
good. Yeah, we're backed up by everyone.
It just has something about it.
I like that, like, ooh, hold the thought, Apex might get a little bit of a gift. 2 kills for him. RPK should be able to handle his tapping away with the AK-47. He gets 4 kills. Actually stole that first one from Apex. All good.
Do you remember a time when people tried to promote and make like a Dust 3 back in 1.6?
Yeah, that was a bit of a disaster.
It was not good, but
no, it wasn't good.
Someone tried.
I remember when Dust 2 actually first even came into the pool.
I remember that too.
Which is a very weird thing to think about, because it's been made into like so many different games, this Dust 2 layout.
Yeah. I mean, it is quite genius, actually, just the fundamental layout of it. Should be a discussion at one point. Not now, though. ZywOo smoked off from seeing anyone in middle. He's held on to the scout. I don't really blame him. But obviously now, on the other side, they have M4s, and that could be, you know, an issue. Scout, Galil, fair enough. Mac-10. Actually, 2 of them don't have head armor, so the Mac-10 can do a lot there. Aerial, very aggressive, and he's got to win both the fights against Apex and Alex.
But there's still a chance for Vitality to recover. Oh, they slowed it down. Sergey's going to be in perfect position. If they were able to get into this B-bomb, so he was the only defender here, but they just missed the timing on it. Alexi B's come back to help out. Molotov to force Sergey into the open, but no chance for a punish. And you've only got a scout, now a Krieg, but you've gotten drilled in the face by a nade, and he actually didn't even manage to switch it out. I think the nade actually blew it away from his grasp.
I think it might have. Oh no.
It's like that moment where the E pickup, as we've all seen many times, just doesn't work the first time you go for it, and then a nade blows it out of your vision.
Maybe you should be able to buy, like, you know some of those trash pickup things, like the little extendable claws you can get to pick up stuff from the ground. Maybe you should be able to buy one of those in Counter-Strike. Like, you buy like a taser or something, you can also buy one of those, and you can actually pick up things further away.
Oh, so you want a grappling hook?
A grappling hook,
in some sense, yeah.
Is that what they're called? I don't know. Not like on a...
I know what you're talking about. It's not exactly what a grappling hook is, but it's the same kind of concept. Opening kill goes both the ways of ENCE. A nice long defense. Actually, in my mind, that's pretty critical early on in these games. Ooh, hold the thought, RPK doing such a good job. Flashbang from ZywOo, even things up in a 3-on-3. He's very, very low. And X7 around the corner. The smoke gonna find an immediate headshot. That's not RPK. Now he spots out that position. He also knows he's got the bomb. There's the follow-up, but he just slides out of the angle, and RPK hunts him down. What a round from the tank.
Yeah, really working out well at the moment, but they are boxed in over here, Vitality. They're low on health. They need, impressively, they need more headshots. of the same caliber, otherwise this still might not work out.
I was going to say, in my mind, it's so important to have like really good early defenses and halves, especially at long A, because if not, that's just going to get abused throughout the half. Like a T-sided team is going to just keep going back to that. And for a moment, ENCE had that exact defense. It's since been busted up, it's since been beaten up, and there's 2 smokes for RPK and Apex to try and get into this bomb site.
And they definitely can. There's the one. Close one as well, creating a really good wall. Molotov up on the site, 35 seconds. And then Molotov landing there. RPK is going to be really careful. It's right on top, and he can't even back out. Oh god, that's a great grenade. And now Apex is alone, and time is simply running out as well. He's got to do something at the grenade, doing a little bit of chip damage to him. He knows where they both are, but he can't win the fight. Sergey with a good double kill, and ENCE will pick up the round.
That was a perfectly thrown Molotov by Sergey.
Yeah,
Spread
really
just
was.
exactly where it needed to.
There are some games, I'm sure many people play this, even in matchmaking have tried it, but it happens sometimes in pro games too, where it doesn't really, it seems to not matter how many people put on long, they still all get flashed and run down by the T side. Like, it's just like, if you get into like the wrong, it's like a lottery of flashbangs, and sometimes it doesn't even matter how many you counter throw, whatever you do, you just gotta get run down, so.
There's so many different variations of flashbangs and utility you can use. We're gonna go right at it again. Molotov comes in, RPK sitting there, and 2 quick kills for ENCE. This time,
Allen middle.
yeah, not a real big investment from Vitality. No armor, just the pistols.
Oh, and Saiwu burns alive.
That's over towards the long cave as well, and another good shot from Alu.
Was that intentional?
I'm not
They don't
sure.
have an SMG, so I'm not even sure it makes sense to dodge that. But maybe he thought they did. I don't know.
Maybe he didn't know. Maybe he figured someone had an SMG.
Better safe than sorry.
Obviously, talked a lot and with good reason about Zaiwu and his opping, and as you mentioned in the previous map, Alu was exciting yesterday with the AWP, and he's put together some very, very good rounds. A lot of triple kills with his AWP in this series, or on Nuke at least.
Tiny bit of damage from Apex onto Alu. That's the most they've had in this round, so kind of surprised that they haven't boxed Apex in more at this point. ENCE really playing this one safely.
Yeah, ooh, wow. Sometimes it just doesn't matter.
Yeah. Sergey not happy at all. They're the ENCE fans.
Yeah, they've arrived.
Good job. Why don't we have any ENCE shirts at all? I feel like they make cool merch.
Natsu's here.
Yeah. Natsu, what's up?
We'll have a chat with him. We'll sit him down. Do a whole Mafia thing.
That's a good idea. I don't think we'll be successful in that,
no,
but
probably not. We are probably the 2 least threatening people at this event. 3-2 in the favor of ENCE. Deep nade coming in for Alu, probably trying to time it, and it is just a bit late. And even getting around the Molotov, though, Zaiwu takes 50, or he's down to 52 damage, takes 48. Alex going to try and lead the way. And there's a moment where there's an opportunity for him to swing pretty wide. No defense at the A bomb site, but he shies away from that. It's probably the best buy they've had in a few rounds, so wants to actually put a strategy behind it.
yeah, it's really hard for them to know that there was that opening when everyone was looking down at long. I mean, if you go for that swing, but instead, I don't know, somebody's on ramp or someone's in the bomb side, that's going to be a little bit different. They've cleared up Catwalk, though, and they're probably going to be a B-split, I'm guessing.
Problem is if they want to go back to it is going to be the issue. And you're right, it's starting to look like a B-split, but if they do try and go up on Catwalk and force the defense back one more time, Alu's in a very powerful position with the AWP. Here's that smoke for CT spawn. Zaiwu with the bomb in middle, which is somewhat nerve-wracking.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to go upper instead. You're right. Going out middle of the bomb could definitely be scary. They're going to throw the smokes to both sides. And now hiding inside of the smoke in the middle is Alex. What kind of a play is this? The MBK is going to be going down. They need to get in here. Sergey's up, but they still need to deal with X7. And Alex shows up just in time. Alexei will take him down, but that's still great. That allowed them to actually get into the bomb side. Now it's a 3-on-3 with 30 seconds left. Side very low on health now. He's somehow going to be living still. Gets the kill on Alexei B. And Ariel now showing up. Can he stop the bomb plant? He can almost see the feet there, but not quite. And it's going to be the last kill for Ariel as well. Great double for him. And ENCE will pick up the round.
You have to love this initiative from Ariel as well. Remember, I mean, we had that botch, like, mid-pistol round push that ENCE pulled off, but Ariel's been aggressive on Cat. We saw him get a double kill in the first gun round that way in lower B. Now he's got a very fast flank as it comes in, and even though Alex finds the integral kill, the one frag that allows his teammates to actually get into the bomb site, it took a while. It allowed that flank from Ariel to come into fruition. That and the fact that Vitality just did not have any utility for the double doors. They had to use all 3 players to cross into the bomb site. They took massive damage onto ZywOo. They lost a player jumping over as well. ENCE doing a good job of whittling down Vitality's manpower. Double op setup now. I think we had in the previous round as well. Sergey back at B plat. They recover it.
Yeah, pretty little details, but obviously important. Don't want to be throwing away money early on. Alexi B though, pretty rich before the buy, almost 10,000, a little bit less afterwards. And people seem to be quite hyped about ENCE right now, looking at the odds there.
Yeah, I think if you just watch them play in this series so far, and even at this event, you know, they've been looking good, looking solid. Nice shot from Sergey. Slides out into the open. Knows the economy situation means it's a good chance that Vitality wouldn't have the AWP. Alu, he's the next one up, finds that and gets away as well. I think he even tagged Apex through the body of Alex.
Yeah, definitely didn't need to go for the repeat there, but, you know, confidence with him.
If you're going to make that peak, you better get the kill. Follow up as well, a second frag for Alu. Apex
and ZywOo left. That scout that was bought by NBK early on in the round, that never really got put to use, has now been picked up by ZywOo. And we'll see. I don't know. I would still say Vitality should have a pretty good run. I would expect them to get like 8 or 9 rounds in this first half. So the fact that it's about to be 5-2 is making me uncomfortable a little bit.
You gotta be happy if you're ENCE. What a start, 5-2 after losing the pistol and the second round. And you've got plenty of money built up, so you're able to withstand some of the blows that Vitality is eventually going to throw at you. Here comes the next buy for the French side, and ZywOo will have that AWP, and he's 1-5.
Yeah, this is looking really, really good at the moment. Leading into round number 8, we'll see what they could do. They've got the AWP on ZywOo, and again, we've been talking a fair bit about it, but now we kind of actually want to see it as well. We want to see it really put into play. Middle here, always going to be smoked off more or less. They go for a 3-man boost on the catwalk. The Finns really coming up with something creative here. They're going to be boosting while pushing it 7 forward. That smoke, though, making it impossible for the boost up on catwalk behind them to see anything. Otherwise, everything about that would have been so cool.
Yeah, that would have been great. And you could see he even had to turn around and kind of consider the fact. I do like the fact that ENCE is going to this aggression so frequently, because you imagine at one point Vitality is just going to say, surely they won't push catwalk again. But now that that's spotted, even the players outside long, NBK, very aware of the possibility that someone could be pushing up mid. As Vitality readjusts to long A, which is the appropriate call. 2 players on catwalk, 1 in B, 1 in mid for the defense. So long, they don't know it yet, but it's going to be a very easy take. The question is, look for the response on your minimap of those catwalk players, how they adjust their positions, because they're going to hear this utility usage as Vitality moves out long.
So much of this round for ENCE, if they're even going to have a chance to go for it, will probably have to do with whether or not Alexi or Alu over there or at the cross could get a kill as they get into the bomb site. Alex playing down in middle as well is such a huge position if you can make that work. It works in both ways. You can either flank if they try and go for a retake, or you can stop them from running away and saving guns. So they're not sure right now. So much time has passed, 30 seconds now. They definitely know. Alu going to go for a bit of a counter Molotov, hoping to buy some more time, but they still need the kills, and there's one presenting himself, and BK going down. Counter grenade lands right on top of Ariel and Alu, but they're still not really getting the bomb plant down here. ZywOo's the one to do it. With 15 seconds now, there is another HE on Alu, so maybe they can find something. It goes a little bit too wide, still some damage with a jump shot there, and he barely survived on 11 health to get the bomb plant. That's really important. Now it's a 4-on-4.
And Alex can just do whatever he wants. He can just buy time. He just wants them to know that he's behind them. Those catwalk players are going to have a tough time managing their attention. That's a good trade from Alu.
RBK just crouching down, does not want to face Alu at all. Flashbang, not really seeing anyone yet. Now they get a chance to get their throw. Beautiful grenade, but Alex still able to win it. Alexi B goes down. You would have thought he would have been dead instantly after that. He even gets the kill on Sergey and Alu. He gets a parting shot, but he cannot possibly dream of retaking that. That's a great couple of kills for Alex.
It really is. He's putting together a good game to leave that utility usage on towards him. Just let him know you're there, and even if you bail out, they have to be worried about it.
Yeah.
And unfortunately for ENCE in that 3 versus 3 with the double up setup, Sergey coming over from the B bomb site, not an easy one to retake. It was all on that opening duel. That flashbang was perfect, but Alex still finds the frag. That's a 5-round streak from ENCE, ended finally by Vitality.
Yeah, very important indeed. The fact that Cyber went down to 11 health from that jump shot was kind of scary. Ooh, wow. Cyber absolutely put on notice, and T-spawn as well. Alu crouching right underneath.
It's a second op pick we've seen from the CT side peeking up towards mid. Sergey had one earlier on NBK with just a scout. This one, Alu on ZywOo. But you don't see those kinds of aggressive peaks in middle too frequently anymore.
No, and
once in a while.
It used to be like a classic feature of Dust 2, wasn't it? Everyone's just collectively decided it's not worth it.
Well, not anymore. Maybe now they'll never expect it.
Could be. Remember the Smiths flash?
Yes. That was
like,
always cool. Yeah, that was revolutionary.
It was the best thing ever, wasn't it? Smiths on Dust 2 as well. We make fun of him all the time, but on that map he was great.
Yeah. 5-3 in a man advantage for ENCE. Alex now picking up the AWP, moving out mid, wants to try and peer up towards window. He might get what he wants.
Yeah, but I wonder if Alexi heard the scope inside of CT spawn. He might have called out. I think X7 is jumping a little bit every once in a while to try and see something.
The tough part about that is, at some point, someone's going to have to peek from ENCE, and X7 just does it enough without endangering himself to the op and with the flashbang help, but he at least finds there's one in middle. Now here comes the Beast, but he's the only one. He's got to turn around. His teammate's fallen. He gets a second. X7 is managing this absolutely perfectly. What a tough scenario, and even uses his teammate, drawing the attention away. X7 still alive in the bomb site, and he might be rewarded with this final kill onto Alex. What a smart, gutsy performance from X7.
Yeah, that was incredibly well done. You're absolutely right. His teammate shooting into the door was enough that he knew that they were going to be distracted. That worked out so well. 6-3. They allow a round for Vitality, and then they're back to winning again. That's really going to be tricky. That's timing is so good for that. Less of a reaction from ZywOo. Not giving as much.
Did you want to see a death slam?
Something, you know.
Throw the monitor?
That would be great. I would. It would, obviously we would have to replace the monitor, right? But
well, I don't know. If someone throws the monitor out of frustration, I might just say, you got to play without one, bro. It's like, that's egregious.
I feel like it would spice things up, you know. They are beautiful monitors as well, so you don't want to, you know, the Saudi monitors don't want to throw them.
Well, ZywOo looking to get a return. And Alu in this position, he's not going for the deep angle. He knows it's dangerous to go that wide. Sketchy jump.
Yeah. Oh, they're going to go right behind him. He's stuck down, stands up a C1. He's going to take a kill, and Alexi with the grenade. Alu gets one just at the end, and they're going to be able to save that AWP as well. So pretty well handled there. And 7-3, they're really looking good right now.
I like the way Alu played that as well. Just the quick peeks and then re-crouch, just so you have the information, you know where to aim about. Just getting the intel of where to put your crosshair so you know what to expect. Double kill using that tactic. And Vitality is they're creating no opportunities.
They are 9 rounds away, ENCE, from the playoffs.
It's very, very different than what we saw on Nuke. Why does he do that? It just ruins my train of thought. Oh, through the Molotov we go. X7 wrecked.
Absolutely wrecked, and he was the only one on the bomb side, and now Sergey's close with the AWP. This is very dangerous, Sergey, and Alu's got the other one up in the window. They've got 2 rifles close that if they miss a shot, they just might be dead immediately. Gonna be a smoke instead. A lot of grenades put onto the bomb site, trying to delay that bomb plant. Oh god, this is a crazy round already.
It's sketchy if you're ENCE, but you can be patient with it. You have a flank coming in, and that's going to be faster than they expect. Again, Aerial with that aggression. Good nade to stop the plant. RPK not looking whatsoever in towards Halls. He was covering the flank, but now the retake begins.
Wow, they didn't even allow them to get the bomb plant down.
They're firing on all cylinders right now as ENCE.
That was well done, wasn't it? 8-3 now. So we do move into round number 12. A tactical timeout for Vitality to discuss just what on earth is going on.
Yeah, I can't blame them. A team that has been pretty open these past 2 weeks about some of the issues. Maybe not necessarily a lot of them relating to in-game, but some stress issues, some managing emotion issues.
All those things.
Focus issues.
Do you ever have any
white
trouble
jersey
with that?
issues.
Managing emotions, stress.
No, I was always pretty laid back emotionally when I played.
That's good. I think some quality, some value in that. I just got silently bitter and angry. Didn't talk to my teammates for a long time.
Sounds like you. I have no trouble believing any of that.
I had to really work on that. I had to think about that at one point. Ooh, chance maybe for a shot, but
He did spot 3.
yeah, he did. So, I mean, it's hard to you make a full call behind that. Could just be a fake, but you never know. They're pushing into upper dark though. And aggression on catwalk, and now aggression over at upper dark. You have to love the way they play this defensive side. Sergey gets an opening kill. They check it, but don't even see it. Alexi B gonna pick up 2 big kills. Oh dear.
That transfer onto RPK was so good. Well played from Alexi. And that puts a stop to things. And again, look at Ariel. Look at how mental this guy's been this whole half. He's been so aggressive. He's already got them boxed in towards long. I don't even think Vitality knows it, but I think they realize their only path forward is to just attack the bomb site, and it's ZywOo, 1 versus 3. Ariel not pushing up, letting him stay boxed in towards long. He has no reason to get aggressive and perhaps fall and give him an escape route.
Yeah, you really don't want to be doing that. Just
the other side of that coin is obviously if he starts having success, if he does something magical at this A bomb site, you're so far away from getting involved, and then you have to attack long against one of the best oppers in the world.
yeah, I feel like he would have to blame his teammates at that point. X7 does go down. Pretty good shot, and still with reasonable health left here. ZywOo now going back into it, the smoke fading, Sergey slightly peeking for it, and ZywOo's been so long since he's seen him, he's not quite sure exactly where he is, so still going to be waiting around. 24 seconds now, and over at long, Ariel's about to walk in. He's decided to join the fight, and that's going to get them the kill, so nice attempt from ZywOo, good triple as well, but not enough here, still a 9-3 lead. Man, this is working out much better than everyone was thinking for ENCE.
This has been a very good game so far for them, but I think a lot of it is just a very cool game plan, and whether it's designed or whether they're just saying, you know what, we know we have to do something cool on this map, something crazy on this map. I think the aggression that we've seen, I've referenced it obviously a number of times, not to be a broken record, but I think that play from Ariel is so cool to watch. He's doing it all the time. Fast flanks everywhere the Vitality goes.
Yeah, it's really working out well, isn't it? Could give a big shout out as well to Alu for the fact that he was top fragging on Nuke, and now he's at it again here on Dust 2.
16-5 for Alu, putting together a great series.
I think as well, he's like a super veteran player at this point. You know, he's been playing this game for a really long time, and
he's been in 2 major finals.
Yeah, he had a kid not too long ago. He's got all these things going on at the same time, and his career's been a lot up and down. He's a brief moment in NIP where he was sort of like thrown out again, and it was all really weird, and he's just still playing rock solid Counter-Strike all the way through. It's actually kind of amazing.
They're a little bit tame this round, staying in pit, trying to stay in position where Alu can rotate over to help him. It's just one player that he'd have to deal with at long. Alu is going to get a lot of pressure as they jump down. He's so blind, so completely blind, and one comes through, and Alex didn't even check it. No one looked to the right, and Alu's now using the opponent's smoke to get some safety. Oh, another shot and another awkward jump. And there's Ariel managing long as well. NBK missed an opportunity for a kill, and that's one he's going to be frustrated with.
Just a bit, isn't it? Oh, Alexi B actually pre-aiming that. He was so aware that was going to happen. And that will be around 10th round now for ENCE. So a bit of a scary moment there as they got quite close to Alu before they even realized what was going on. But here we are, though. 6 rounds away, 5 rounds away now.
Alu might have to check his mouse wheel.
Yeah?
Maybe just unbind jump on that one. That's twice now we've seen it in moments like that one. It actually did kind of ruin him a little bit.
You have to have jump on the scroll wheel.
None of it's doing it.
How do you do
weird times?
How do you bunny jump otherwise? You can't.
I never could, anyways. So it was never an issue for me.
I have jump on scroll wheel and mouse 2.
Wait, mouse 2? We use the scope.
Mouse 4.
You're a freak. 10-1 run for ENCE at the moment. 2 5-round streaks just broken up. Alu on catwalk, so is Ariel. X7 in the pit. And I mean, Vitality hasn't been able to find any real entrance into these rounds. There's nowhere on the map that you can point to and say, at least Vitality has been able to do this.
No, that's a good point, actually. There's not much they've been able to come out. They have some of those B splits have been pretty close to working, like close-ish.
Think of how mental this is. They've won 1 gun round. The pistol round was a mid-rush from ENCE. And the second round was obviously just a round against all pistols where ENCE stacked middle with 5 players and no armor and no utility.
Yeah.
It sounds worse when you put it like that.
It does. You've made it sound worse, Mos. Right on that. Grenade gonna be countered. A little bit of damage there. And a Molotov to buy some time. Now under a minute. Alex trying to do a good job of pushing anyone back. Oh, that's good timing. The flashbang worked perfectly, but the spray dead on. Now Alu happy to wait here. Is he going to be trying to stand up? He will. And Saibu's absolutely ready for it. That's a very important kill.
That's a tight angle. And look at Sergey and Alexei. Now they have to kind of work together and start considering. That's a huge pick. Every time Vitality getting an advantage, ENCE find the way to bring it back to equal.
And now there's a lot of trouble here. 20 seconds. I imagine they're going to go back down. Oh, are they really going to go for it with 20 seconds on A? They still have a guy up and down right now. And the timing for Alexei B, that's the bomb down. An absolutely unmitigated disaster as Sergey does go down. Maybe they could do... No, they can't actually. 10 seconds. Yeah, there is nothing they can do. They can't find the kills. Alexei B going to take down Alex. And oh, what a way for a round to fall apart.
This T-side from Vitality, compared to what we've seen from them this week in their previous 2 games in the best of 1, that seems like very much less by like intuition, and this team is not all on the same page. There seem to be a few more seconds as they converse about what they want to do. A bit disjointed, and ENCE is taking advantage. These ops just doing work.
They're doing a lot right now. And again, the sort of flexible, the aggressive defense, just the fact that they don't feel safe at all anywhere with Vitality.
ENCE is just making the right calls on when they get aggressive. 3-on-3, plenty of time, the map is wide open. And that's when you start pushing aerial. That's not wise. Wanted to go for it, he knew ZywOo was in the position.
Oh, maybe thought the Molotov was landing better, I'm guessing.
Or the flashbang would be more effective.
Neither of which ended up being true. Alexei B now, Kitty stopped them. They got the early kill. They're going to get the great follow-up there. Alex able to see the top of his helmet. And Sergey now, Molotov, they're going to run right past. They're all right there waiting for him. That's so dangerous. And they're going to go hunt him down. In the middle, X7 barely winning that fight. Not sure that's going to make any difference here. So 15th round looking like it's going to go to Vitality. Which at least means they can pick up a 4th here. I mean, that's something. A tiny bit to work with.
It is something. I don't think it'll be enough. We'll have to see if anyone from Vitality can come out of the halftime break and just catch fire. Very tough retake for Alu and X7. They have all the utility, but even that is not going to be a whole lot. NBK is at long, 2 players on ramp and rail. You have Apex and Deuce, and they might not have to worry about any of that as ZywOo gets the final kills. Triple kill for him in the round, and a pretty brutal half. If you're a Vitality fan, if you wanted to see them get the easy route into the playoffs. Heading to the halftime break, and when we come back, we'll see if Vitality have the comeback in them.
Well, here we go. Second half, second map here between ENCE and Vitality, and the first half was nothing like what we had imagined. This is Vitality's map pick. They only got 4 rounds playing on the T side. I think that's not good enough. I think that will very likely put ENCE in the playoffs.
That's what it feels like at the moment. But I mean, you have to hold out hope that, I mean, obviously you're picking this map, you're going to be good on both sides. We've seen Vitality play very, very well on this map. You'd hope to see, as we've referenced a couple times, relatively quiet series out of ZywOo. This is where you wanted to pick it up, and a little bit of aggression from the Vitality defense here, but that might actually be unfortunate for them because Apex spots them going out towards long. There's 2 players in those halls, and X7 has spotted the aggression there, but they don't want anything to do with that fight, and they don't know numbers, so no one on the other side of the map can speed up. But everyone from ENCE now starting to pick up the pace to crunch this A bomb site. Only 2 defenders here, maybe 3 if you count the lower B players, but ENCE is handling it very well.
So great shots being connected with there, putting NBK and ZywOo low. They lose NBK, and that's a huge disaster. Apex next in line to go down. Alex has got a kill, but I'm not sure that's enough right now. They're going to go back for him and just double up. They're so aggressive here on the finish side, and NBK, he was already tagged from earlier in the round, and they are not going to wait for him. Comes through as he's reloading, and X7 even, I think, styling a little bit on him there at the end with a triple kill and a 12-4 scoreline. Man.
ENCE just, I mean, I'm at a loss for words in a certain degree because it feels like ENCE is just handling every single situation perfectly. I mean, even there, delaying on catwalk a little bit, they goosh both players in lower B, and that kind of messes up the timing if you're a defender. If, like, you know they're fighting against your opponents on catwalk, you don't really have that feel for the time of when they're going to turn the corner on catwalk. You can get very easily caught out of position. A dominant showing from the Finns, a dominant shot from NBK.
Some woos coming out, I think, on the other side. Just happy about that.
Gotta cheer when you can.
Yeah, that was that moment for it, wasn't it? They've been waiting 16 rounds for a chance. But will it be quite enough?
This is the weird thing, though, is, I mean, if this game goes by if you look at like how this map has gone, ENCE has been able to get out of these scenarios whenever they've been placed in them. Like I said, This whole map feels like they've just been making the right calls in every situation, so another chance for them to prove that. Feels like this is going to end up at the B-bomb site. Alu is just waiting behind this box as Ariel and Alexi, maybe they clear out close mid, maybe they want to go up towards Cat and push back any defense that's there. Oh, God.
That is a powerful peek from Alu. Going to run right into NBK, who does land another headshot with a scout. Oh, and RPK absolutely clicking away. Sergey was already low on health, but that first shot was amazing. And I'm not sure if they're going to get out of this one, though. Ariel in a 1 versus 3. Where do you go? Picking up the bomb is definitely essential. He's not quite sure. There we go.
Those shots from NBK are absolutely stunning with the scout. That flashbang, and I think he spotted the shoulder. He knows exactly where RPK is, who's just going to drop off. Now he knows one's in the site. He knows there are 2 here, but he wants to manage these fights, and RPK is going to get the final headshot. 3 kills of the Deagle for RPK, 2 headshots and a cleanup. 2 headshots with the scout for NBK.
That was incredibly well done. That's the kind of round that they need. Probably needed earlier as well, but many more. And the odds have really grotesquely tilted in favor of ENCE at the moment. Vitality lost all hope.
That is a pretty disgusting odds for a team that is ranked number 2, I believe, on HLTV.
Yeah, you're right. Smoking off the middle there on the headshot box. Just always a good idea whether you're going to use it or not, just to make sure that the other team can't actually see what's happening on catwalk. But out the middle, Alu's going to be so quick. What an aggressive play here towards the B-bomb site. Can they make anything off it? No, Alex going to be there to help out. Good timing on that one. And Alexi B, not even, I think, going to be able to get the bomb plant down at this rate. They are not going to wait at all. And Alex will end up dropping him. So a 12-6 scoreline.
Well, here we are. We're back at it. And if they can keep this up, that is such a timely return on that second round to keep Vitality in this game. The comeback seems still very far away, and it is, but it's not as unlikely as you might think. If Vitality can just keep this up. One more round where ENCE not going to have a whole lot to fight with.
Yeah, the economy is always going to be a factor in any kind of a comeback like this. How many buy rounds can ENCE get before Vitality have tied it all up? That's well, down a little bit to how ENCE play some of these rounds. Can they get some bomb plants? Can they steal some weapons? Anything like that really matters. Ariel goes down. And it looked like Vitality are not themselves completely shy to go for some of these slightly aggressive plays.
Look at the way they're forcing MBK to come into this fight while one comes from behind, and he still manages to get 4 kills. But pretty cool idea from ENCE. And X7 has a chance to do, as you mentioned, with the economy being such a factor, some damage to the money that Vitality has built up in the bank. They know exactly where he is, though. It's going to be a battle every which way, and without armor, he gets the dink, cannot complete the kill. A 7th round for Vitality as they start to chunk away at this lead, but ENCE is going to have their guns.
It'll be really interesting now. On Nuke, once we switched halves, Vitality just, they won some early rounds, and they really didn't dare to do anything. It's a huge sort of, was it like 5 or 6 round streak at the end for ENCE to win it?
Yep.
And that can't really be happening again here.
The nice thing for Vitality is you've at least, you know, getting reset this early would be a disaster. Aerial, as you mentioned, that utility lottery coming out of long, he loses at that time. X7 and Sergey going to be up catwalk. They want this fight. Zywoo spots him out. He doesn't have an AWP, just going to use his own nades. And actually, this whole defense backing away from long. They've got to be careful because Alexi's waiting. Good kill with the spray. And Alu's out mid with the op. If they can get this bomb, Alu can actually cut them off. They can't get back to the B bomb site. An over-rotation from Vitality. Alu obviously doesn't know it. He's looking up towards B now. But he's in a perfect position to stop anyone from Vitality to getting to the other side of the map.
Yeah, they just need to recover the bomb. That's really the big deal, isn't it?
And that Molotov is a Vitality thrown one, and that's even going to stop Alex from rotating into position properly.
Oh, and Alu saw that, so he knows where one more player is, but maybe they don't know where that last B player is. They must, because RPK got a kill. 2 on 2, and what an intense round. The bomb, when it died on catwalk the first time, it landed on that little half wall there. It almost fell down into CT spawn. That was unbelievably close.
It's so unfortunate for ENCE that they don't have the intel that B has been open this whole round. Because, I mean, that's the entire reason why Alu's getting those kills, because Vitality obviously knows it, and they're trying to get back into position.
Alexi sneaking up. If Alex moves across this line, that might be a huge problem. He's thinking about it. Just waiting for the moment. 28 seconds. Are they going to go and check it? The problem is, how do you check long at this point in time when RPK is also there? Bomb going to be planted. They do have a smoke on RPK, so even that AWP from Alu might not be enough. There's the kill for Alex. Easy. But here's the smoke, though. How much is it going to matter? Alu, it's been thrown close. That might actually help him out a little bit, just because otherwise he would have to shoot through the smoke to try and guess it where the bomb is being defused. There's one kill on RPK, and now he's just hiding inside. Alu with a quad kill, looking to get the ace to win this round. He's going to come right through and take down RPK. What a beautiful round here. Alu absolutely out of control in this game.
What a classic Alu round. It's such a beast mode ace with a 1-on-2 clutch on top of it. That is so sick. He's just so smart. I mean, this whole time when he's in mid, just cutting this map in half. Yeah, there's the first kill from the B bomb site, and here it's just like everyone from Vitality trying to recover. You can see they're trying to safely get into CT spawn, which is like a staging area to rotate over towards B. And Alu, even when he gets smoked off, using one of his own to provide some extra cover. That's a stellar performance from a big game player.
Yeah, that was really, really well done. Love to see it. And they got long control this time on the end side. In spite of winning the round, they didn't have the best weapons, but Vitality are also taking a bit of a hit on the economy, so we'll see. I kind of almost wish we get a replay of the bomb falling on the wall in the last round, just because I wonder how close that actually was. The round falls apart if that happens.
That's always the worst feeling. Well, now Vitality feeling the desperation. No money. Must-win round, and you can see they're aggressive all across the map. It's given them the information, but maybe a little bit late. They can't really preempt it. One Molotov on Alu, and he's far back, so Alex's position can be very, very strong. This is a full boost up. That's some craziness.
Perhaps Alu somehow winning the fight. He looked like he got caught off guard. Good lineup here for Alex. Spraying every single one down before they even get the bomb plant. That was the maximum you could get out of that position, but he's still locked in. He's sandwiched. The next 7 is walking in behind with the FAMAS, and I'm not sure if he realizes just yet. 30 seconds on the clock, and Alu waiting on the one side. Communication looking really good right now, and Alex got no idea. He does survive for the minute, but surely the grenade will do it, yeah. That is such a shame. Alex really trying his best there, and he almost did it.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't I couldn't believe they tried to boost Zaiwu up in that situation. Maybe they didn't have the information that they'd already crossed.
I'm thinking that they weren't quite sure, because otherwise, I agree, that does seem too much.
Too much. We do like risky and bold plays. They are exciting to watch.
Yeah, but there's a line, isn't there, where
Yeah.
you cross it and you get into some...
They
some
crossed that
weirdness.
line.
Like, we love the Quesorado jumping off Silo with no health at all. That's the level of bold and crazy that we enjoy. Boosting into 4 people on ramp. This might be
With an AWP.
With an
you
AWP.
miss a shot and you just die. Well, 14-7 and the third timeout used. Yeah, it's almost a shame they lose this round because, again, it's much like Nuke. Alex is just finding ways to have massive amounts of impact. That is a great round from him, and just never knew that he was getting flanked out from Catwalk.
Yeah, tough position to be in.
And look at the position they're in now. Scout on NBK, Deagles, CZs, 1 SMG, and you're fighting to stay alive in this series. Neither of these teams with a loss in the series would get eliminated. They are the 2-0 team, so the winner goes to the playoffs. The loser gets to fight another day.
Ooh. MBK trying to take a book out of, or a page out of ENCE's book and pushing a bit aggressive on Catwalk. And got immediately shot down.
Alu's just feeling the game so well at this point.
He's having a fantastic game.
26 kills. He had the ace and the clutch in 2 rounds ago. Tags Zaiwu through the wall.
Of course.
Everything he does is the correct call.
Was that 123 ADR?
Yeah, it's something nasty.
That's quite high up there.
Something grotesque.
Catching Alex. Sergey will be the one to get the kill, but
You can just see like the suffocating patience of ENCE at this point. Like they know at 14-7, Vitality likely going to be force buying into this, and just you know they have to find an advantage. Whether it's a push like NBK and Catwalk, whether at this stage of the round it's that kind of peek in towards mid to try and get information, and they're just waiting for it all. Not even aggressing, not even peeking into the bomb sites yet, just looking for that next push because it's the only way Vitality can get back into the round with these Deagles and CZs, catch them off guard.
So we're moving forward, but he was low on health already. Tackled by Alu RPK. It's a beautiful shot to begin with, but with that many people facing you, it's going to be difficult to do anything. Apex making a bit of a noise, and I think Aerial heard that. So they know, and either way, it's a 1-on-4. So the bomb will go down. That's 15. That's ENCE. Going to be a single round away from the playoffs.
Maybe Aerial doesn't know. He's looking towards mid. Apex spotted him. Now Aerial might have an idea. He certainly might have heard those, but he's going to check anyways. An easy kill for him from the side. 15-7, ENCE 1 round away from making the playoffs. From the champion stage.
Exactly right. It's so cool to see ENCE just, power through, all of the confusion that's been surrounding them otherwise.
Yeah, we mentioned it, I believe, when we casted an ENCE game earlier, that, fair props to Alexi B, because, like, something like this, it is interesting. It's, like, an interesting situation where you're coming into this major and it's already been announced that he's going to be removed, and that can actually fix a lot of the issues, because there's no reason to, like, get in fights, right? There's no reason to, like, argue to try and improve the team the way you think, because he's going to be leaving the team. So it kind of calms things down in that way, but it only works if the player being removed is, like, an actual professional and handles it well, because he can also, ruin everything. But the fact that he's handling it this well, still performing, still putting up numbers, I think that's fantastic.
It really is. What a good reflection it is on him as a player to be able to do that. The team looks really cool at the moment. 15-7 right now, and we've seen on the Vitality side, they've got next to nothing. Again, trying to be aggressive and have a fight over long, just to be able to do anything at all to give themselves a chance to get into the round here, but they've left the B-bomb site, and that will prove to be the wrong call.
Well, they flipped a coin, and unfortunately it's not Two-Phase's coin.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, there's been some trouble with that. I mean, I don't know what they were supposed to do otherwise. Would it have been better if they had one guy in B with half health and a scout? Probably not.
No, there's you could just have to gamble in that scenario.
Why does it look like people are speed hacking when they're running with a scout? What's going on?
That might be the only shot Alu's missed, and unfortunately for Vitality, it doesn't really matter.
And he just gets the next one anyway. Alex Going back to middle. Oh, he's going to hit it on RPK as well. He's just lost his mind in this game. 16-7 as ENCE make the playoffs here at the Starladder Berlin Major. It's been just an incredible couple of maps for them. 29 kills on Alu.